Hello everyone. So in this episode actually we are going to really um, want to see that how we can integrate PX4 with MoveBase, because MoveBase is the package in ROS1 actually, which provide the cost map, global path planning, and local path planning, obstacle avoidance, and all sort of things. But the problem is there are some couple of problems that need to be addressed here. So for example, MoveBase is mostly designed for planar. It is flexible, it is customizable, but it is by default to support the planar environment, which means that it doesn't optimize or by default available for 3D drones. And in our case, drone is the 3D. So we need to somehow figure out that how we can integrate it. So second thing is that we need to make a map, or we need to create a map actually. Yeah, well, this mapping technique is also unfortunately for planar-based environments, and we need to adapt or adjust this as well. And the third problem is that the environment altogether is written in like all the files and gazebo plugins are written for SDF, which is actually gazebo simulation models, and normally the plugins available for 3D cameras are in Shakro file, and we need to somehow convert this to make it work. So there are a couple of problems we need to solve first, and then we'll able to actually create this, or will be able to actually integrate PX4 3D drone with MoveBase. And later on we can also do the same with ROS2. In ROS2 environment, this is nav2. Nav2 is very advanced and flexible environment again, but this is again for planar. Right now there are much research is going on in the ROS2 direction, but unfortunately there is a lot of less support available. If you just stuck into somewhere, and then you have to really struggle a lot because there is no community support, and this is an early phase, which means you should, or you have to somehow do a lot of research and development to just for small tasks. So that's why we are here back into a ROS1 right now. So like we have to go there, we have to cd into source here, and we can just get clone and this stuff here. So I have already cloned, so I'm not gonna clone it again. So you can come back, you can just source devel setup dot bash again, easy stuff, and then you just have to cat in make again. So it's gonna make again a new package here, which is this drone example. Now real problem is right now arises that we are here, beautiful, everything works, but if we run, let's say like that, there are some couple of launch files, and if we go, but this thing is primarily a lot of instructions are given in the Docker to test it, but we want to test it in our own, let's say like that, environment. So for example, we can launch Slam, let's say like that, or Gazebo, let's say like that, or RViz or something else actually here. For example, I want to run this thing here, and if I run this thing here, you know, it's gonna give me a couple of problem or error. The main error here is that this file is not available. Now, what is the problem? The problem really is that the author of this repository really has only optimized this, or let's say like they tested this whole environment and everything for some specific drone with some specific Shakro and URDF files. And what we are doing here is that we have PX4 standardized build, which is not directly everything, all the parameters are not compatible directly. Why? Because if we just come here, we just go to the configuration file, In the config file, there are a couple of configurations here actually. And as you can see, this config.yaml, and if you see here that there are some assumption already, right? So most of the things are okay with px, but when it comes to this is something customized file, you know, and this is the main file which is responsible for running the daemon for px4 build file, and this is somehow work with the alias that reside inside the path of build file. You need to go to the build file, or you need to install this file in some directory, and then you give to path again. So then again, it's not gonna find. If you give actually path, then it's complained about some other thing, because all the parameters set here is assumed for some specific drone file here, which in our case doesn't really, directly compatible. The most beautiful thing here is that author has given somewhere Docker file, which is, saving our life in the way that we can just come here and see everything in very transparent and crystal crystal clear manner, that what's going on under the hood. Under the hood, everything is just these couple of libraries. If you run compact package or the complete package of desktop, might be you get most of the things here. Most of the things are here already. Well, great. So nothing new here. What they are doing is that we need this real sense plugin. So just we're gonna go here. We copy this. I have opened this tab here. You just go to clone this. Simple stuff. You come here. You come here. You go to source here and git clone this here, right? And it's gonna clone actually completely this real sense plugin, and then you do again cat can make so easy stuff. You do cat can make, and it's gonna compile up the plugin in the devel install directory, whatever default. If you want to change this default directory, then you need to add one line in the make file, cmake file, which is actually, if I come here and I don't know where is the, so here you can add this file actually at 49, number 49. You can manually add this in your cmake actually, to make it possible to install in specific share package directory, whatever it is in your case. Great. So the easy stuff. Here are some prerequisites for finding path and variables. If you don't know about this stuff, you should go to documentation of px4. So they have actually explained everything there. Or this is normal stuff to make sure that where the px4 stuff is located. What they are doing is essentially they are creating this entry point file within the Docker file, and this entry point means that this is gonna be executing first, and then everything else is gonna be executed. So easy stuff up to now, but really there's some problem. We need some configuration here. I mean, if I come here and if I test this file here, first of all, we need a lot of topics and lot of different depth camera topics to actually make sure that everything is working. So this is where little bit this is getting tricky. So if we straightforward run this, we have checked that this is not gonna work. What we can see is that we're gonna come here. This is px4 pilot, right? I have created this launch file, a simple launch file where I just have imported the other launch file, which is this one here. This is